We back, baby. It is officially Christmas season, the holiday season. It is going down. Can you feel it? It is in the air. Fresh gingerbread cookies coming out of the oven. You got record high suicides and depression, exquisite glowing decorations, crippling credit card debt. You got the beautiful smile of a child opening their gift on Christmas morning, and the sweat of child slave labor creating that gift. It's amazing. It is the most wonderful time of the year, some say. We are here with the Crow and Pasty. How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing great, man.
Very good.
We're doing great.
Is everybody ready for Christmas? Mo, I feel like you don't like Christmas.
I don't celebrate Christmas.
You told me last year that you loved Christmas. But
Yeah.
I don't, so you don't like it anymore.
I had to do my research, learn, educate myself.
Oh, but we're celebrating like just the consumerism of Christmas, not really like how it became about. You can't
you
can't
celebrate it. I'm trying to be more.
You're trying to be.
I'm
You're
trying to be
conscious,
more
Mo.
faithful. Yeah,
This
I'm
is
trying to be more
conscious, Mo.
faithful.
Okay, to who?
To God.
Okay. What about you, Pastor? Are you excited for Christmas? You look so excited right now. You look cheerful. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see the cheer.
Yes.
He said, sure.
I stayed home from work. I've been sick, so I'm as being as cheery as I possibly can.
Give us a smile. Give us a smile with some teeth.
Yeah.
Wow, you actually did it, because let me tell you, that's creepy. Me and Pastor had a very awkward moment the other day at church. It was very creepy. I was sitting there doing the tech, and he was telling like so-and-so, hey, give me a smile. Give me a smile. I'm just like kind of half listening as usual, thinking about random things. And then he goes, Gritty, give me a smile. And I was like, huh? So I just went like the littlest, tiniest smile you can imagine. I was like, And he was like, nah, give me a bigger smile. I'm like, like I just made like the littlest thing I could imagine, like the littlest smile I could imagine. And I'm like, all right, he's definitely going to stop now. And then he goes, nah, give me a bigger smile with some teeth. I'm like, what the hell is wrong? I just started waving him off at that point, and I think he let it. And then I thought he let it go. And then when it was all over, like I totally forgot about it. And then I hear, hey, Gritty, come in the office. And it's him and one of the church women. And they're like, why don't you smile? I'm like, did I just walk into like a cult or something? Like, what do you mean? Why didn't I smile? And they're like, I'm like, I did smile, because technically I did smile.
Like a Batman movie.
Technically, I thought it was gonna get cut. Like I thought I was gonna get a Chelsea smile, $1.50. They're like, why don't you smile? I was like, I did smile. And they're like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, yes, I did. And they're like, no, with teeth. I was like, what is he, my dentist? Like, what the hell was? Like,
I made the mistake of assuming that you were listening to what I was saying
Not only do I not listen, when do you see me? I mean, I guess I do smile, but I don't smile in
you gotta make him
pictures.
laugh.
I'm not a fake smiler. This is not a Tony.
Well, I got to give you a lot of credit that you can be so removed from the service and still hit the cues as early as you hit them.
Yeah, because I'm focused on like the mechanics of the service. What's actually being said, I have keywords in my head. Like when you say this, I know. Okay, then I'll hit the button if he says this. I need to know my keywords. I observe, but the actual content is going one ear out the other. Pastor could literally go up there and be like, today I feel like going into Walmart and just shooting it up. And I would just be sitting there, not even AK-47 on my back, 2 pistols. I'd just be like, As soon as he says God bless, boop, I'll hit the drop. That's it. That's all I know. But the smile thing was very creepy, and I was like, maybe it's just me. And I asked a couple people, they're like, no, that was weird. It was a very weird moment.
Well, the reason I did it is because I was looking out at everybody's face.
Right.
And everybody just kind of looked like, that they were not present, and they were in their heads and maybe thinking of all the stressful things in their lives.
Right.
So I just wanted to kind of change the vibe in the room.
Now, I get for them, but to ask Gritty that, was that, looking back, do you think that was the right choice?
Well, you're kind of like a fish in a barrel, sitting where you sit.
Yeah.
If you had a booth, I wouldn't even be able to see you.
Right. But I mean, like, knowing me as a person, did you think I was going to go cling like Chip Skylark? You know, I'm not a smiler. When I always family pictures. Tom, smile. I'd be like, just take the picture, bro. Just take the picture. Let's get this fucking wrapped up. I don't like smile. The two things I don't like: smiling at pictures and happy birthday. Now, if you make me smile, I don't have a problem with smiling. I don't have a problem with smiling if you make me smile, but don't tell me to smile. It is super weird. And then when you call me in the office, I was like, no way. They didn't let this go. No way. I was like, when's the Kool-Aid coming out? When's the cyanide Kool-Aid coming out? Drink this Kool-Aid.
Remember The Office.
Oh my God. I was like, bro, when is the cyanide? It's all right. Listen, Mo, you got to get in frame a little bit. You cut off a little bit. There you go.
Hard. You got me.
Listen,
bro. You got me.
Listen, Christmas brings many gifts, and you know what it brought me? The Transformers trailer. If anybody knows anything about me, I don't really talk about it a lot, but I'm a big fan of Transformers. Well, really the movies, and we're going to get into that in 1 second. But I watched the trailer, Mo watched the trailer, Pastor watched some of the trailer, and we're not going to get into the trailer that much. Well, we may be in a second, but let me get this off my chest. I've heard nobody express this before. Pastor already heard this. The Transformer trailer to me was very odd, very weird.
Really?
Yes, because they had this, epic Transformers music, and then they sprinkled in, not even sprinkled, they just put random Biggie noises and lyrics in the track. Optimus is shooting the guy. Oh, we was going to Brooklyn. It was the Brooklyn way. I'm like, what does that have to do with Transformers at all? It's not even like a rap beat. Like, I could see if it was like they're gearing up, they're getting ready, they transform, and then like Hypnotize comes on. Then they start fighting. That's different. In New York? Huh? I don't know. No Transformers, they probably go to New York like once, but Transformers usually they go to like all over the globe, the whole movie. They go to UK, they go to Russia, they go here, they go there. So I'm assuming this is not taking place in fucking Bed-Stuy. I mean, like it had literally nothing to do with the trailer, and it threw me off so much. Like Bumblebee's dodging bullets, and it's like, oh, it was all a dream. They played that one 10 times. The kid gets in the car. It was all a dream. What is this? Is this Inception? What dream are you speaking about?
I don't get the message. Like,
we're gonna play a little bit of it right now. Let's hear some of it because this is outrageous.
It was all a dream. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. And if you don't know, now you know. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call the Prince, same number, same hood. It's all good.
Of all the threats from both your past and future,
It was all a dream.
you've never faced anything like this.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Huh? What do I know? I know the Transformers movie's coming back? What are you referring to? I was not a fan of that. You didn't like that either, Mo? Or you didn't even...
I didn't like it either. I had to block out the music just to enjoy the trailer.
Thank you, because everybody I showed it to was like, oh, I don't really care. Like, it's not a big deal. Dre claimed that this is a thing they do in trailers. I've never seen this. I have never seen a trailer where they do this. But it got me thinking.
They do music like hip hop music, but it does have some idea connection to the theme of the movie.
And it wasn't even hip hop music. It was like this epic music. Like nothing to do. But it got me thinking. I've never seen a trailer like this. According to Dre, this is rampant now. I've never seen this. I watch trailers all the time for the show, so
I've never seen it either.
But it got me thinking. I should make a trailer like this. So I took a New York legend like Biggie and a very classic movie that Mo loves, The Notebook, and I made my own trailer. So hopefully I can get a job in Hollywood after this. Let's see. Tell me what you guys think of this.
From the best-selling novel by Nicholas Sparks comes a story.
It's normal not to forget your first love, but I want you for myself. Marry me?
Yeah. About what we long for.
X gon' give it to you.
I saw your picture in the paper, and I just wanted to see if you were okay.
Fuck what you heard. Yeah.
What we settle for.
I have a fiance waiting for me.
Yo, get it twisted.
What happened? Who did you choose?
And who we're meant for.
Why didn't you write me? I waited
waited for you for 7 years.
I've watched you every day for a year. New Line Cinema presents The Notebook.
I mean, I don't think I've done anything that great in my life. That's it. That's my crowning achievement in this world. If they don't come knocking on my door to edit the next Transformers trailer, I don't know what I'm here for. This is my calling, to make movie trailers.
That's the first time you genuinely did something that made me laugh.
Okay, wait, that's not true, first of all. I've definitely made you laugh way more times on this show.
On a comedic laugh.
That is, you're saying the other times were unintentional. You were laughing at me, not with me. Okay, that's disrespectful. That's very rude. That's very rude. But I'm glad I finally made you laugh. I'm glad. Because that trailer, the Transformers trailer, made me laugh and made me cringe at the same time. That's what I heard, basically, listening to that. Stephanie said that those two are not parallel. Those two are not equal. Do you believe that my trailer and the Transformer trailer
is so much better?
My trailer is better. But do you think the idea is equal, like, of ridiculousness?
I think so. I think your point was made.
Thank you. What do you think, Pastor?
Yeah, I think your point was made. Your trailer is more entertaining than the Transformers one.
And it was a gorilla that just kept going.
Yeah, in the Transformers
movie. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Well, Let's talk about the trailer now.
Did that gorilla even turn to a car at all?
Well, we'll talk about that because I don't know. Because first of all, I'm not a big Beast Wars guy. I've seen like the first episode of Beast Wars, like 5 seconds of it, so I don't know. I am the Transformers movie guy. I love all the movies, so I don't really know about. And I've seen the original, G1 series, and then obviously Prime was a banger. Never finished it, but I don't usually finish cartoons, so it's not like I didn't finish it because I didn't like it. I just don't finish cartoons for some reason. So Prime was awesome. But I'm excited for this movie just because it's Transformers, but at the same time I'm kind of not, because the last one was not that great. I remember not liking it. Like, I don't even remember it, to be honest with you. I cannot recall what the last one was about. Obviously, first three, some of the best action movies I've ever seen in my life. If I'm ever really sad or like upset, I could turn on those Transformers movies and I'll forget about everything. Those movies are so great. They're so funny. They're action packed. I mean, the stories are like whatever, but they're pretty simple. But Transformers 3 is an amazing movie. Like, my favorite Transformers movie ever. Watch that at least once a year. I'm going to watch it again. I want you guys to come over so we can watch it together, because I don't remember if Pastor ever seen it. You guys got to come over. We can watch it. I'm going to watch the first one after this podcast goes up. I'm going to start watching them again. But I remember after 3, 4 was supposed to be Rise of Megatron, but I can't remember what they ended up calling it because they always change the title up. And I remember just being like, I don't know, like, this is hot. Like, after 3, Shia's not even in it, which is a whole problem for me. I know a lot of people are like, well, it's about the Transformers, but I like the human aspect. That's why I like the movies the most.
Same.
So once Shia was gone, it was like, ew. Mark Wahlberg did all right. He didn't do bad. He was cool. But Rise of Galvatron was not it. I don't even remember Galvatron being in the movie like that much. I remember him I remember coming out of the movie saying, what did Galvatron even do? Like, I don't remember him really doing anything. And then after that, there's another one after that, and I don't remember what happened. I don't even remember nothing about it.
Yeah, it felt like they were just selling us toys at that point.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch them all again before this one comes out. I think it comes out in the June 2023. So I'm excited that it's just to see another Transformers movie, but I don't really know what it's gonna be like, because I thought that. Well, Justin brought this up. Did you watch Beast Wars, Mo? You never seen it? Oh, we're on a podcast, so shaking your head.
Actually, I'm thinking to myself.
Because I know that. I think I remember what Justin was saying. He was saying that didn't Optimus turn into a gorilla? So why is there another gorilla? Why is it like, what is that gorilla in the trailer? I don't know.
Did he turn into a gorilla? I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, because in Beast Wars, weren't they were half beast, half machine. They would turn instead of turning into cars.
Confused.
Instead of turning into cars, they would turn into animals, right? And I think Optimus was a gorilla. I think he was Optimus Primal. Hold on. What do you think about Transformers, Pastor? What do you think?
I'm confused.
I used to go to the movies with a really good friend of mine, and I really enjoyed the movies a lot. But to walk out of the theater and to tell somebody the plot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't remember the story except for 3. 3, I remember the story for that. That was pretty concise.
I just find them very entertaining movies.
It's just cars and like loud noises, explosions.
Yeah.
You know, I remember like I wasn't
There's
supposed to like
humor
Transformers.
in it. You know,
yeah, it was written very well. Surprisingly. Side note, yeah, it was Optimus Primal. Optimus Primal is the leader of the Maximals, and his beast mode is a gorilla. So why there's another gorilla? I don't know. Are they gonna merge? Don't know. Interested
Is
to
this
see.
an alternate universe?
Don't know. We're gonna have to find out. It's very interesting that Justin brought that up because I forgot that he was a gorilla in Beast Wars. But I wasn't even supposed to like Transformers because I don't even like cars like that. I don't even like robots. But I remember they played it one day in school in like 8th grade for some strange reason, or 9th grade. And I was like, hey, let me see what this is. I fell in love with it right there. Went home, rented both of them because there was only 2 out at the time. And I've been in love with them ever since. So very excited to see this. What do you have to say? Anything, Mo?
I'm just really confused. Now that you said about the Beast Wars thing, my brain is like, I'm even more confused. Now I just want to go back and watch the movie just to be more confused.
Well, you'd have to watch Beast Wars to figure it out.
Yeah, I know. I just want to complain about something now. Because I actually don't like, this about me. I actually don't really care for the live action movies other than the first 3. Everything else after that was like, whatever. And it was, for me, the only thing that kept me in the Transformers, the first 3, was the humor, Shia LaBeouf, and just like the human aspect of it. I was like, okay, cool. That's it. That was all that's all I needed. And without that, it just fell apart and it just became dull.
Yeah, that's what I would describe. And then I just been
forced to watch those movies after that.
I would describe the other ones as like a little dull. I think the fourth one, Age of Extinction, was like okay, like it was passable. But if you ask me what the last one, and Bumblebee was type boring. Did you see Bumblebee?
Yeah, I did see Bumblebee.
It was like whatever, right? It was like kind of felt like a TV show or something.
Yeah, it felt like it was like on a Cartoon Network when they do like live action movies.
Yeah, I was like, don't they like fight at the end? That's it. They have like one fight. They might have like 2 fights in that movie. Like Transformers,
just talking.
Transformers is great because it goes down. Like they'll be on the highway and they'll just start people will just buildings will explode. Like they have some. That last 40 minutes of Transformers 3 is amazing, yo. When they send them up in the ship and then and then they you think all of them died, which I mean they don't die, but if you're like a kid or something, you think they died. And then Optimus comes back with the shotgun, and then you got like another like almost like another hour to the movie, and they're just fighting for like a whole 40-50 minutes, and they're gonna kill Bumblebee. So yeah, Bumblebee, the movie Bumblebee was like, compared to those, like, what is this?
Yeah.
I remember just being like, like it's all right.
Yeah, they just try to pull on your emotional attachment to Bumblebee and try to use him as a way to, here, let's explain to you how he lost his voice box and blah, blah, blah. And you're like,
oh, I forgot about that.
I don't know.
I forgot he had his voice in that movie?
No.
Oh, but they showed you how he lost his voice?
Basically. Well, like, I forgot. Honestly, I forget. Oh my God, I forgot the plot.
I remember that one more. I remember that one more than 5, but that one was not really hitting like that. I don't want a Transformers movie with just one. I think he was in a
coma or something like that.
I don't want a Transformers movie with just one Transformer. Like that's an episode of the show.
Unless he's just fighting like 5 dudes by himself.
But when they did like the show, you can pull that off because it's only half an hour. Like if you watch G1 or something, they'll like, oh, we're gonna do an episode about Ratchet today, and then it's like he's going off on his side mission or something like that. That's fine. Yeah. But to do a whole movie about it, I don't know. So I don't even know who the main guy. I don't know if Mark Wahlberg is even in this one because he was good. I don't really mind him.
I don't even know who is it. All I remember is some dude going, "I'm not driving." When the cops
it's some kid, right?
Yeah.
It's some like it's literally, I think it's like a Spanish looking kid or something like that. I don't know. So
hey, if it's a Puerto Rican, you'll be happy about that, right?
No, I don't really care about that. I don't care as long as they act good. I don't care if they're fucking orange. It really doesn't make. I have no stake in that game.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, I really don't. So
I got you.
Can't wait to see this. Gonna watch all the other ones, and maybe we'll talk about them. Who knows? So Crow, we need a little update on you. We haven't talked about your eye in a while. You sent us a troubling picture a couple of weeks ago of you. We thought you got hit in the face with a baseball. And then you reminded me that you had surgery that day. And I think you literally told me like the night before, and I had I did not remember you going to surgery at all.
This is just a normal default, bro. It's
I don't
okay.
remember. I don't remember a lot of things people tell me.
Yeah, I just had a surgery in the left eye to like decrease the irritation in my eye. But I still have to have another surgery still haven't had the surgery for the calcium part, that's like if y'all see me like rub my eye a lot because the light absolutely bothers the crap out of me if I'm like at a certain type of lighting. It'll just make my eyes watery.
So you still have the calcium buildup.
Yeah, and now I keep calling them and asking them, but I have an appointment on this month on the 10th. Is it the 10th? It's coming up. And I'm just going to have the conversation with them.
The surgery seemed like it went well because you recovered like what? The next day you seemed fine.
I wouldn't consider that recovered. It's
how
more
do you
like
feel?
Irritation.
You still irritated from there?
Yeah, sometimes. This will be a quick irritation. There'll be some like the light still bother me because I think it's just like the calcium, and like when it builds up, it like becomes really sensitive to light. So it just irritates the hell out of me. So sometimes I gotta I'll just tear up or whatever in light, and it's annoying as hell. So especially if I'm just sitting down.
Compared to where you were a couple months ago, you're much better or what?
In the left eye, the pain is the pain, I would say, I guess, is less, but it still feels more like dry eye unnecessarily. And I like my eyes are trying to stay watered instead of dry, because if it gets dry, it's worse. I mean, it's more irritating. But then now it's just like randomly dripping and like watering. So it's just like that's also in its own way.
You gotta move your mic off your jacket or whatever.
Jacket.
So because you were having blurry, you were like almost went blind, or you did go blind twice. So that hasn't happened recently. Your
not
vision
completely
is fine?
blind, but just like really blurry.
So it's going blurry right now, like recently?
No,
okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
It's just irritation. Like sometimes it'll be dry moments, and because of the dryness, it would just be like irritating. So I have to like wipe tears away from my face a lot.
Okay.
Because the lights might be bothering me.
Okay. So where you on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is your eyes right now?
Well, my actual working eye, I haven't had the surgery on, so it's the same.
Okay.
In terms of like, I can still see colors and people and everything else like
You've
that.
been watching movies and stuff, so.
Yeah, I can watch TV and all that stuff like that. The point is that they have to wipe the calcium, because then the calcium allows light to flow into my eye correctly, and then it just like makes the vision less blurry in the center of my eye. But I don't understand why they're just taking extra time.
You've been waiting for months.
Yeah, for real. And I got things I have to do, so it's like annoying. You
gotta see. I mean,
not even see. It's just about work, life,
and be comfortable.
Just seeing.
And you need to be comfortable. It's bullshit. Yeah, this has been going on for a while now.
Yeah,
definitely before the summer.
Because they're making me. You making me stop. I was supposed to. I had this conversation with them. I'm like, I have to go back to work. And one of the doctors said, "Well, who said you can't go back to work?" I'm like, "Your people said to, like, not to go back to work until they have surgery, because they don't know." So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then another doctor's like, "Who said that? Like, you could go to work." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Why would?" It's just ridiculous.
Getting conflicting opinions.
In the same place.
So what do you think? You're just gonna say fucking just go back, or you're gonna wait to the surgery?
Well, I'm just gonna do mostly remote stuff, so it's not like whereas in working in a classroom or anything else like that, or in large areas, I have to like constantly use my eyes and move around and stuff like that, and there's a lot of lighting. But if I work from remote, I can control my environment better and make it more comfortable.
Okay. Well, hopefully you get everything handled soon. This has been a little too long.
I agree.
It's been a little too long.
It's true.
I know that you know this piece of news. I hope you know this piece of news. We're gonna do something we don't do on this show. This is gonna be, and I got a surprise for you, Crow. This is a moment for some people.
The trailer wasn't a surprise, because that was fantastic.
No, that was not a surprise. This is something that you have probably been waiting for a long. We're gonna get to the surprise in a second, but I want to talk about this piece of news that dropped. A certain section of our listeners will probably rejoice, because we have never, in my memory, in 100 and something episodes, talked about anime on this show. and Mo is a big anime fan.
Oh, sure. We having an anime conversation.
We're gonna have
right
an
now?
anime conversation, okay?
This is gonna be
because
weird.
Disney has bought 2 separate animes, correct? Bleach and
which
Tokyo.
are these?
Oh, you didn't know? Well, they're working with Bleach, right?
Yep, they have
And
the
they're
Bleach
doing Tokyo
on Hulu.
Revengers.
Oh, Eddie did tell me about this. Yep.
Well, how do you feel about that? Disney is stepping into your territory. It's uncharted waters for them.
It depends because they have stepped into it before, and they just did it horribly.
With what?
They did one with Naruto Shippuden, and they did one with Digimon X Cross. And basically they were like with the both series, they kind of like Naruto's known, believe it or not, there are some violent scenes, a little blood. They kind of try to, keep it going. But at the time, parents and it just didn't fit the format. It was just like, it was like those 2 animes weirdly just pushed into the narrative. It's not like they bought like a block, right? And then they, like Cartoon Network made a block and they said, this is the hour for anime. They just kind of like had these 2 shows and they were like, okay. And they just put them in randomly. And it felt really like almost like a test thing. But they didn't do those 2 animes justice. They dumbed it down a little bit for people. And people were just like, we already had other companies do Naruto well, and then they ruined the Digimon series and it was weird. So, right now on Hulu, and I think that's what they're using Hulu for, Bleach is allowed to be itself. So it's allowed to be violent and bloody and a little gruesome. And if they're doing Tokyo Raven, that's probably what they're going to do too. They're probably just going to throw it on Hulu and not the actual Disney Plus, like actual Disney
Avengers?
app. Yeah.
So
that's what my theory is.
So you think they took a step in the right direction lately?
Yeah, but if they're not, if they're going to throw it on Hulu, then yeah, perfect. There you go. Build up your Hulu.
I thought it was going to be on Disney Plus.
Well, they say that's what I thought with Bleach, but when I went to Disney Plus, it didn't show up on Disney Plus. It showed up on Hulu.
Okay. Do you have Disney Plus, Pastor?
I think the house has it.
Well, I think they just raised it $3. So
yes,
you better
$3.
You better tell your whoever ordered it that they're raising it $3.
I think the owner of that already knows.
Disney is definitely wilding. On a little side note, right now they've been wilding. I think I was just telling Mo this. I think they got in trouble for basically rolling. I think they like, I don't know who they report this to. I think maybe the shareholders, but they, from the best of my knowledge, are reporting every. So let's say, I don't know if you guys have this.
They also report that to the tax, because you have to get audited. Every 2 months you get audited and you have to like show your documentation to the government and all that.
Yeah, so they're reporting.
They're
reporting. So let's say you have the package where they give you Disney, Hulu, and ESPN, right? They're counting Rich as a subscriber to each one of those, even though he's just on the package paying that one price. They have you as a they're counting you 3 times essentially.
That's ridiculous.
Even though they put you on the package. And I heard that is not looked upon very well right now.
Yeah, that's what we have here at the house is the package.
Yeah, and like they're just counting everybody 3 times. I have not heard anything good about Disney in a couple of months. I've been seeing like what's going on in the parks. People are saying that everything is shrinking, but the prices are going sky high right now. They're doing a lot of stuff to their annual pass holders where they're trying to like basically not have them come and just have new people come in. Like day people, like day pass people, or whatever, because I guess because they got their money from the annual pass holders, and they're like, well, we want the new money now. Like you guys already paid for the year. We want new people to come in. Yeah, they're doing some shady stuff. They just fired the CEO a couple of weeks ago, and that dude was a total fucking
jackass.
Yeah, his name was Chapek, but they used to call him Paycheck because everything was raise the price on this, raise the price on that, take this back. Put it behind a paywall. Yeah, Disney they're wilding right now. Not a big fan. I have not seen a good article about them in a while. And now like the new thing is that apparently the characters are being disrespectful to people or not doing their jobs correctly, which is like, the Disney magic right there. That's not good. And
so Mickey Mouse is telling people to go to heck.
Yeah, I guess in his own way. There's like articles about it and TikToks of like characters not giving people the time of day or being rude to people. And the CEO came out, the former CEO came out and said, "Oh yeah, basically like animation is for children, and you know it's like really not a big deal." And it's like, what are you talking about? That's what your company's built on, is animation. What do you think people are coming to the parks for? The Marvel stuff?
The whole empire built on.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, animation is not, it's not that serious. Like, it's whatever. It's just for children.
Animation in World War II.
Most Disney people buying stuff from Disney are adults. Going to the parks. We just bringing the kids. Think the kids go there by themselves? Disney adults are they have like a whole subculture of Disney adults. They would love
if the kids came by themselves.
I bet. Yeah, that's a whole different conversation that we ain't gonna have on this show, but.
So I heard the other day that Disney did lose its self-governing status.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah,
I heard that a while ago.
It's because they were talking. Somebody was talking that hella shit about the Florida politics, and people were like, "Yo, stay out of it. The hell are you doing?"
Disney's been getting into the political game, and everybody's like, "Bro, shut up. Make your cartoons. Sweep the park." And that's it. Make everybody happy. But I think it was because, from what I understand, the CEO that just came back, because this is
Bob Iger.
Bob Iger was before Chapek. Then they fired Chapek and brought Iger back. That Iger was trying to get a job. He was trying to get into office or something. So that's why they started getting political, so he can start putting his name in the hat and putting his name in the ring. Essentially, that's the rumor as to why they started getting political and started, talking policy and stuff. But I hate when companies do that, man. It's not what you're built for. You're built to entertain families, not just children. Disney was a family thing. It's been a family thing. Like, if it was a children,
I can't wait till when Fruit Loops starts advertising political parties.
Yeah, like really, like you can have governors and shit on Fruit Loop boxes or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I mean, that's.
I remember where I heard what I heard. I was listening to this guy report on the movie that just came out.
Oh, we were just talking about that. Strange New World lost. Strange World lost so much money. Oh my God, like $100 million?
Something like that, yes.
Well, not lost, but apparently, whatever they spent opening weekend was abysmal, like horrible. I don't know exactly why. I heard it was because Wakanda Forever came out. They put all the promotion into that, and I think they had a movie right before that. So all the funds went into 2 movies, and then they smushed Strange World in between. So that didn't get like any promotion. And
I only saw it on YouTube.
There's some movie that they made that did really, really, really bad, and they're comparing it to this. I don't remember what movie, but there's like 2 Disney movies. This is one of them. That like
the Buzz one that I remember.
No, that one didn't do great. But there's another Disney movie that they made like in recent memory that people are referring to right now that did horrible at box office.
Pinocchio?
Pinocchio was bad too. But I think that doesn't count because it was Disney Plus. But yeah, Pinocchio was bad. I didn't even see it. I saw parts of it because basically what they did is they remade Pinocchio exactly the same, and they just took all the edge off. Like when he went to what is it called? What's that island called? Not
Treasure Island.
Was it Treasure Island?
The Pleasure Island? Or was it Pleasure Island?
One of those 2.
Pleasure Island.
Whenever he went to the island, like they dumbed it down. Like they weren't smoking, they weren't doing all the throwing axes and stuff. They weren't drinking beer or whatever. Like they were just kind of like, oh yeah, we're just gonna
they had the kids have I've seen that.
We're just gonna like drink a bunch of apple juice and stuff, and like there's like really no threat in the movie. There was
the kids were just being rude.
Yeah, a couple people did some good breakdowns on the new Pinocchio. That looked. I mean, that's another thing they're criticized for is making these movies. They're taking all of Walt's old movies, remaking them, and just making them worse. I remember when they did Aladdin, and that looked horrible with the Will Smith Aladdin. Yeah. Oh my God, I haven't watched any.
People love that one. Apparently.
Really? I did not hear that. I don't know about that one. But that's another thing they've been criticized for doing in the last.
Was it the Little Mermaid? That last one I came out that did horrible.
Is that out yet? I thought the trailer just came out. I don't think the movie's out.
Oh, it's not out.
The Little Mermaid is not, to my knowledge, the Little Mermaid's not out yet. But the whole, it was like the whole race thing. That's why that one got popular because that's what
they didn't need to do no advertisements for that movie.
That was the criticism with that was race swapping.
Put a black woman in the ocean. Get the fuck out of here.
People were not fans about that.
But did you watch the videos of the kids when they saw the trailer?
No.
Was it the Kids React channel?
Yeah, that's
like still
Black
around?
Kids Reaction.
No, it wasn't Kids React. He's not talking about the Fine Bros doing it. He's talking about like TikToks and stuff. Right?
No, yeah, like
just like homemade videos.
Homemade videos of black kids seeing the trailer for the first time and jumping up and down because she's going to be black. And I mean, I don't know. It warmed my heart.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I saw.
I mean, it's not that serious. I don't really care, to be honest with you. She's a fucking fantasy character.
Well, you're also what, 27 years old.
No, don't get it twisted. I love my
these are 8-year-olds.
What is your favorite Disney movie? What is your favorite Disney movie?
People are gonna hate me for this, but my favorite Disney movie of all time is Tarzan.
Tarzan? Why would people? That movie's awesome. Are you serious?
So
that
good.
movie is that might be mine.
It's the one thing, and it's the one movie that like black people and the black community like when they think about Tarzan, and plus they never read the books, so I don't whatever. But yeah, they consider it racist. I don't give a fuck. I ignore the hell out of it. Tarzan, to this day,
great movie.
Has always it was like the most freeing. It was to this day I can watch that movie. That's the only movie I can genuinely watch over and over and over again. And I don't watch movies over and over again.
That soundtrack was awesome.
That soundtrack was the best, hands down. Now I don't want a black Tarzan out, to be honest with you, but
I don't think it matters like ever. Like, does it really matter? It's not like you're making a movie about Abraham Lincoln and making him Chinese. Like, it's all fictional characters.
How about him being a vampire hunter?
Well, it's not a race. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna make a historical movie and change the race, like that's obviously like what? Like you're gonna make a Harriet Tubman movie, she's gonna be a Mexican lady. Like that's not gonna work because it's not true. If it's a fictional movie, you can do whatever you want. Who really cares at the end of the day? Is it that serious? I don't know. I don't really care. Like I said, I don't.
Listen.
I don't do that. I don't really.
I love Tarzan. There's gonna be somebody who's probably gonna clip me. Like,
I don't think
cool.
so.
No,
I don't know. I don't.
Nah. Yo, do you understand how much every time I've gotten asked that question by black people, how quickly they go, ugh. I'm like,
Tarzan?
oh God.
All
For real.
right. What's your favorite Disney movie?
I know so many songs from that movie.
What is your favorite? You're old enough. I think you were around when Snow. You were probably like 22 when Snow White came out.
He has to be when Snow White came out.
Yeah, you were around 22 when Snow White hit the theater. So,
maybe even Cinderella.
What is your favorite movie? No, Cinderella came out way after Snow White.
I know. I'm just fucking with him.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, that's what we said. You were about 22 when Snow White came out. So what's your favorite Disney
But the
movie?
original Snow White?
Yeah, you were around when Steamboat Willie came out.
Not the Grim version.
No, when I was growing up, when Snow White hit the theater, it was like, I don't know, the fourth run of it.
That's still pretty early.
I don't know. I'm not a big Disney fan, to be honest with you. I mean, I liked Snow White. I liked Pinocchio when I was a kid. I guess if I had to pick my favorite movie was when they did Black Hole.
Who?
What's Black Hole? Is that the one with Mickey Mouse being cast of spells?
It was the first.
No, that was Fantasia.
PG rated movie that Disney did. It was a sci-fi.
Of course,
on a spaceship,
a sci-fi movie.
Robots,
of course.
Everything.
Oh
this shit was in you since you was a kid.
And let us know in the comments what your favorite Disney movie is. But I think we're talking about like Disney cartoons that when we were children. We're not talking about like Hocus Pocus or anything. They're talking about like OG Disney cartoons.
Animation.
Yeah, Disney animation for like
kids watch.
You know what mine is? Deadass. Lion King.
What is it?
Amazing.
Really?
Lion King. I used to watch it. I used to act like Mufasa. I used to fall off my couch as a kid. Act like I got stampeded by all the elephants.
I really enjoyed Beauty and the Beast.
That was pretty good.
Beauty and the Beast was really good too.
Yeah. Fucking
that was a really good one too.
Fucking eating a bunch of eggs. He's a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like.
If there was going to be one movie that I was going to complain about, what was the name of that? Frozen.
Yeah, I thought it was overrated. Funny. To be honest,
it was too overrated. It was.
It could have been 15 minutes. It could have been 15 minutes. All the stuff in the beginning, then they climb up the mountain, they climb down the mountain, they go through all this stuff, and then they get to the end, and it's like, It's love.
It's love.
Love is gonna solve everything.
It was so boring.
They could have found the love in 15 minutes. It could have been a short.
I had not seen a Disney movie until that point for like ever, and I just kept hearing about Frozen. I was like, oh, let me watch it.
You had to watch it at that
point. And I was like, I could have. You could have kept that. You could have kept that. You know how long
it took me to watch Frozen?
It took me
6 years.
Wow.
6. I refused to watch that bullshit.
But
and I wasn't. And then when I finally watched it, I was not the music. You know, the music in German was better than the song in English.
How did you even come across that?
Oh, because I have.
Were you listening to Kanye West iPod?
Nah, I just have friends from other countries that were like, "Yo, just listen to Frozen in this, the songs in this," and it was fire. Everything else, I didn't care.
Wow, very interesting. I didn't know that, but
yeah,
that was not a hit. Turning Red and shit like that. Turning Red was the last. It was the Pixar one I just saw. That one was. I think you'd like that. It was pretty. It was kind of cool. Time. Yeah, it was kind of cool. It wasn't like I wouldn't watch it again, and I don't know, like I wouldn't really recommend it to everybody, but I think you would probably like that. Pastor, you could definitely not watch that.
I don't know why you think I would like it, though.
Because you like a lot of dull things, like Halloween Ends. So, you know. Once you said, yo, don't. This does not need to turn into a fucking.
It was funny.
Do not turn this into the Halloween Ends podcast because we could take this.
I'm not an actual Halloween fan. So I didn't have this connection to it.
Halloween Ends was one of the. Neither is Pastor, though. He doesn't have a connection to it. He called me, that movie sucked.
That shit was so funny.
Was it funny?
It was.
It really
hilarious.
Wasn't funny at all.
No, it was. It was so boring.
It was so dull.
It was dull.
It's in his eyes, man.
I mean, that was why it was funny.
Everything that was funny about it was unintentional.
So bad.
Oh, now it was bad. Now it was bad.
As I am
now it was bad.
To this podcast.
He said it was
so
good.
Bad.
I called it on Golden Pond Halloween.
Good.
He said it was bad. Now he said it was good. Now he said it was bad. Make up your mind.
Good.
You were high. You were high out of your mind, and you were like, "Oh,
listen. I understand it's a bad movie for the majority, and I get that. I get it. I'm not gonna argue with the majority, but it was so good to me. It was so funny. I enjoyed it. I thought it reminded me like Freddy versus Jason.
No, don't. How dare you? How dare you besmirch a classic? Have you even seen Freddy vs. Jason?
I thought it was. Yes, I love.
So how could you say something like that?
I thought this.
How could you say something like that? It was not like that at all. Freddy vs. Jason was actually funny.
I thought this movie was supposed to be like Freddy vs. Jason.
No, it was supposed to be like the last Halloween, and it was supposed to be good, and it wasn't. Man. It was the worst. They just took a shit on a piece of paper. It was
really bad.
They took a shit on a piece of paper and said, "Here, make this."
I thought they were trying to do the same thing.
No,
it was all supposed to be.
You know what's better than Halloween Ends? Frozen. I would way rather watch Frozen. I would.
Yeah, I would watch Frozen over
102.
Oh my god, it was the worst.
Which one? You will watch both of them?
I'll watch anyone. I'll watch Frozen on ice. I'll pay to go see Frozen on fucking ice.
On the ice capades?
Yeah, I'll go see Disney on ice, bro. I don't care. Hell no, bro.
Oh my god.
Was the worst.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you really
I loved it. It was so funny to me.
You really killed me with that one. But yeah, so Disney's wildin'.
It was not that bad.
I haven't seen anything that great in a while. But back to the anime stuff. So you're kind of hopeful for the Tokyo Revengers.
I mean, as long as they throw it on Hulu and it's not going on the actual Disney platform, it's gonna be great.
All right. Well, here's the surprise I got for you.
Oh god.
Nobody really knows this except Mo. But Mo has been Mo, EJ, and Clay have been trying to get me into anime since I was 15 at least. Okay? Not a big fan. I don't really like cartoons like that.
He's not even a big fan. He just doesn't fucking like them.
I've watched. Okay.
All
this is what happened. This is what happened.
He's made.
This is what happened.
Every moment of possibility.
I grew up, didn't like Pokemon. Technically the only anime I did like was Yu-Gi-Oh. So that's one. Yes. I did like that. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Actually the best when I was a kid. Everybody was raving about Pokemon, didn't like it. Everybody was raving about Dragon Ball Z, didn't like it. Everybody was raving about Naruto. I watched one episode, they just walk into the forest the whole episode. And I was like, what am I watching? I turned it right off, never watched it again. Then I tried to watch one where it was like a bunch of, like a vampire on a ship. And it was like, whatever. I didn't really hate it. But it's not something I'm not, I mean, there's so many animes. Like, of course you don't know what I'm talking about. There's so many, there's ones about tennis. There's ones about cooking. There's ones about golf. So I've never been a fan. Never, ever, ever been a fan. But when me and Eddie were talking about this Disney acquisition, he was telling me about what Tokyo Revengers was, and it's basically to sum it up. You said you've seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen. Basically Tokyo. The whole anime is about this kid that goes back in time because somebody he loves
girlfriend
got killed.
He's basically going back in time to save his girlfriend from dying in the present. He goes back in time 12 years. He ends up saving the girl's brother, but still doesn't save the girlfriend for some reason. So then the whole show is him, every episode, going back and forth, like going back 12 years and going forward 12 years, working with the brother. The brother will like give him an instruction, like, okay, go back 12 years and make sure this doesn't happen. Let's see if that works. So, and it's like all about street gangs. That's like the whole. That's like the whole thing. Is he's in a street gang when he's like.
And they're all in high school, mind you.
He's in a street gang when he's a kid. They're beating the shit out of each other, and that's why Eddie was like, "You should watch this because it's not like I don't like stuff with like powers and like like that kind of fighting."
Yeah, because it has a rom-com aspect that you love.
There is also that rom-com which I'm going to get to, but yeah, it's like kind of it's very, very grounded in reality besides the time travel stuff. Yeah. So Eddie's like, you might like it. I said, you know what? I'll get the 2-week Crunchyroll. So I'll get the 2-week Crunchyroll trial, and I'll watch it. I'm gonna sit down.
You don't need to do any of that. I can literally just send
I
you
already
a
did
website.
it. I already did it.
Oh shit!
I sat down and I watched my first anime in maybe 10 years. This is a big moment for Mo. Tokyo Revengers Season 1. Let me tell you about this show.
Oh my god!
Let me tell you right now.
Here he goes.
That was a good show.
What?
I liked it. I was feeling that.
Really?
Yeah, like you said, it's grounded in reality. They get right into the fighting. This starts off with him. He's depressed. He's like, oh my God, my life is a mess. Like, I wish I could just go back in time. He gets pushed in front of the train, and then he gets his shot, and then he has to go back in time, basically do everything over again. So in the show, what he did was he kind of ran away because he had to join a gang.
Yes.
He has a servant. So then he just said, forget it. I'm going to go and run away so I don't have to deal with it. And that's when his life took a turn. Then he left his girlfriend there. She ended up dying in the beginning of the show 12 years later in the present. So then he goes back and he has to do everything opposite. He has to fight people. He has to get his ass beat. This kid gets, first two episodes, he's getting beat with bats. He's getting fucked up. People are getting really messed up. And then he has the girlfriend. So you got, like you said, it has the rom-com aspect. And I don't like magical powers and stuff like that, but time travel I can live with that, I can live with that.
Yeah, I get that.
So I watched 3 episodes of the show and I liked it. I thought it was a good show. I don't know if I'm going to finish it because it's a cartoon, and there's something about cartoons where it doesn't hold my attention for like a series. It has to be a movie or a really short series for me to watch a season of for you to watch a cartoon. But
it's only like 22 minutes, bro. Like
I don't know. That's why it's also short. It's also short. Yeah. So, but it's like 20 episodes. So I don't know if I'm gonna finish it, but it's very likely that I'm gonna try my best to finish it because I'm digging it. It's a good show. So this is
what stands out to you the most that you're like, okay, I really like this concept.
The gang aspect was good because I like the fact they're in the gang. The kids are in the gang. They're like, I don't know, how old are they? 15?
They're like 14,
15. They don't want to be in the gang, so they gotta like the gang members set them up to fight other people. Like they do like this what do you call like a fight club, and they're basically just their servants because they tried to be badasses in the beginning. They tried to go beat some other kids up, and the gang was like, "Oh, you want to beat our friends up? We're gonna fuck you up." And once they beat them, it was like, "Oh, you're our slaves now." So then I like that the kid finally had enough. The main character. And
this game was like they were in some real hard stuff.
That was really they were getting beat with bats. They were getting fucked up. They were all like people almost getting stabbed.
Because it was like there's like high school level games where in Japan, even to this day, like in real life, where like it's small, it's like in your school, whatever. But then there's like when you get to like that big boy stuff, that's the kids that are selling drugs.
But
those are the kids that will stab you up.
I like the part where they're in the fight club. The kid gets his ass beat, and he goes, "You know what? I had enough. I'm gonna fight my gang leader." And he fights the gang leader. The gang leader beats the shit out of him, just beating him. And the gang leader's gonna kill him. And then he ends up the guy. So the main gang leader, above everybody, comes in and he's like, "What are y'all doing with this fight club? What are you doing?" and he ends up befriending the main character, which the main character was supposed to do. He was supposed to go back in time in that episode, and he was supposed to stop his gang leader from meeting another gang leader. So he ends up getting his ass beat. His main gang leader comes in. He befriends him, and his girlfriend slaps the gang leader. All this shit, like a bunch of cool stuff happens. But just the story of it is cool. Like I'm interested to see how. I know there's a season 2, so I wonder how this is gonna end. Is he gonna stop the girl from getting killed? Is she gonna go into season 2? I'm digging it, man. This is the first anime that I could say I'm with it. It was a success.
The point is just to stick with anime. Is just about you find a storyline that you really fuck with and you just stick with it.
Right.
It's just like any book you've ever read with pictures and animation. That's all it is.
Eddie got me. Eddie got you. I'm surprised. I thought it was gonna be me to get you. No, because besides like vampires, werewolves, and stuff, I don't like powers. Like I don't like magicals, like people fighting with magic. I usually don't like Harry Potter. I don't really like stuff like that. So that's like a lot of the stuff I would see, like Dragon Ball Z. And Naruto wasn't really magical, but I just didn't like that. For some reason, I just did not like Naruto. It didn't resonate with me. This was good. Like I knew I was gonna kind of like it because I trusted Eddie's opinion on it. It sounded good. I didn't know I was gonna watch 3 episodes in one night, and I didn't expect me to want to continue it. Like in the middle of my Transformers binge, I'm gonna really try and finish this in the next 2 weeks before the trial runs out. I could definitely do it because it's short, like you said, 22 minutes.
It's short. You just skip the opening.
Did you think this moment would come after many years of me talking wild shit?
I've
making fun of
you.
Have you offered me?
I've offered you so many different categories.
Give me a name right now.
You told me this whole spiritual stuff before.
Do you know any anime rom-coms I can watch?
What spiritual stuff?
He's saying that I don't like magical animes.
Yeah, this is like the spirit.
Same way I don't like sci-fi.
A lot of that magical stuff is based on like Japanese spiritual stuff.
Because it's a lack of imagination, really.
That's really not true at all because I imagined up many great things like the Jacko. So that's very false. I don't have to do anything, by the way. I'm literally the consumer. I don't want to. What? Fruit basket. What's that about?
It's a really popular one. It's about like Chinese zodiac signs and people.
I like zodiac signs. I like that.
It's a rom-com.
It's called what? I'm gonna write it down. It's called
Fruit basket. Okay. But but then at the same time, like damn, I'm gonna find something that's no magic.
No, it's not that I don't mind magic like witches and stuff. For some reason, I don't like when people like do like fighting with magic. Like
what I mean? It's not really none of that. It's
Dragon
really
Ball Z to me looks magical. Like they have stuff coming out of their hands, they're like spells and shit. I like that. Like spells and stuff. I don't know what it is. I like vampires. I like spells. But once you get into stuff shooting out of people's hands and people flying in the air, I don't like that. Just the way I don't like aliens and sci-fi and stuff. I don't like shit like that either. I don't like stuff at the sea. I don't like pirates and stuff. Don't like that. I like it pretty much grounded in reality, except for like a little bit.
I mean, you got that. You got Fruit Basket. If you want something that's just like men being man, Baki.
Yeah, I know about Baki and then Chainsaw Man.
Fighting.
Chainsaw Man is like a big one now.
Well, that's definitely up to that transforming. Chainsaw Man is just a dope concept because all it is that for every fear that mankind ever had, there's a devil for it. And that's cool. Like there in the manga, there's actual AIDS devil, like the creator made an AIDS devil.
Why don't you tell us how the new season of Chainsaw Man is going?
So far, it's been good. I've read a little bit of the manga, so I'm already ahead of most people, so I don't want to spoil what I already know. But animation is perfect. The soundtrack, I like how in the trailer, I was pointing this out to a few people, is that the creator is a really big fan of American horror movies. You see Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's he draws a scene from that movie in his show. He's a huge fan of horror movies, and it just pops out in his series. Like if you love horror movies, this is it.
I might like this.
It's so good for people. Like anybody that's like, oh, he has references to Pulp Fiction and all these really cool, dope occult classics within our country and as well as Japan. And people every week people are like, yo, there's the reference from this horror movie in here. And like, if you really have a keen eye for your horror movies, you'll like see it. And that's what a lot of people love about it.
That sounds dope.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people.
How do you like the actual new? Because what is it, season 2 or 3?
For Chainsaw Man, it's only season 1.
I thought this was season 2.
No, we just got season 1. We're on week by week right now.
Okay. So it's going well right now.
It's going well. It's enjoyable. I'm enjoying my character and the characters. The main character, he's just a horny teenager. All he wants to do is date a girl and touch boobs, because his father actually gambled his whole life away with the mob, and basically when he died, they were like, "Yo, you're gonna pay off your father's debt." So the kid sold off his eye. He sold his left nut.
Wow.
And he's in mad debt. He's only like 15 years old.
And he's the one with the chainsaw killing people?
Yeah, he becomes a devil later on. Just because he has to like make money to pay off the debt.
That sounds good. I might have to check this out. You might turn me into an anime head later in life.
It's so bloody. It's fantastic. Like towards the end of the first episode, this dude, when he transformed, he's just like, is bloody as hell. He's like, when another character finds him the next day, he's just covered in blood. And they just like they chainsaw into somebody, like the blood is actually like spreading out. It's beautiful.
What episode are they on right now as of this recording?
I think for like the sub, I think it's maybe 4 or 5, and I think the Japanese one, if you want sub, it's on like 8. I'm watching the dub version.
What do you feel about the Bleach, the new Bleach that they made?
Listen, bro, I'm so mad at Eddie right now, but it is.
He was supposed to be here, by the way.
At all. I know he's supposed to. I'm so mad at him.
I texted him to come on the show, and he say nothing back.
He's ridiculous. I've been trying to plan it out with him. He just got Pokemon.
So you haven't seen the Bleach?
I have only watched one episode in Japanese, and I said to myself, I'm gonna wait for the dub, which was perfectly because he was doing the same thing.
Okay. Well, speaking of Pokemon, tell everybody what you thought about that game.
It was shit. We got robbed.
Really? All that and that movie wasn't good?
No, it's a game.
Or that game wasn't good?
The game was broken, Pastor.
Well, explain.
I paid $60 for a broken game.
Explain what you hate about this game.
Listen, it was like a fucking web browser game. If anybody ever played Club Penguin, Wizard 101, any browser game where they have like it's so bad. Warcraft plays so much better on a slow ass broken down computer that's not even prepared for it. It is the worst thing ever.
Wow.
The software lagging, but everything it was the execution in terms of the story, the music, everything else like basic that you would want in a game. A Pokemon game was there. It just didn't work.
In terms of the mechanics.
The game was laggy. Like, it was just laggy. They just dumbed it down too much with the mechanics, where the last game was not that dumbed down, and there was a lot of good things that they had that they just didn't move over.
Wow.
It's almost like the system couldn't support it. My game sailed like this, literally the second day.
Wow.
Second day, my game just like turned off.
Wow.
My system was still on, but the game, I had to like reboot my entire
You would think they've been
system.
making games for how many years now? They wouldn't be like this. How could this happen?
They obviously wanted to steal it.
Did they go with a new company? Did a new company? Because I know that happened with WWE. They switched companies or whatever, and then it turned into shit.
Nope. Game Freak for life.
Wow.
Nope. It was almost
$60.
like they told everybody, they were like, oh, great script, great Pokemon choices, great art design, great graphics, the ideas of what you want to do, all of that. But when somebody must have said, yo, this game is not ready for release. And they were like, nah, release it. Wow. There's bugs. Nah, release it.
Ooh, do they make patches for games like that? Like, will there be a patch?
I don't know.
Wow.
Not often does Nintendo really do a lot of patches. It can become difficult. The software is not as powerful as other systems, which is another problem. But Eddie made a good point that like there are other games within, because he plays more Nintendo games. He said there are other games that have high resolution, like Zelda games, Breath of the Wild. that didn't have this much problems. It's just this they just rushed it. Eddie did make that point. So in his defense, he did say that
It was a rush job.
it was a rush job. They should have just released it out in February.
That sucks because it sounds like you enjoy the actual game. You can't play it.
I do. I just can't play it.
Wow.
And if I played it and it just every time, it's just, you know how it is when you see a game that's laggy, it just takes you right out of it.
Oh yeah, because
that's what it is.
You're taking it out of the. It's like if you're watching a movie and it keeps buffering.
Yes.
It's like you're taking yourself out of the experience.
Yes, and some people are like just okay with it.
That's a
They're
shame.
Just like, oh, this is great. I'm like, really? They never did this to us.
That's a shame.
They never did us like this. They never did us like this. We can't just allow companies to just sell like with a $60 price. It felt like a demo.
Ooh. Wow. What is up with this year? Halloween Ends disappoints the Halloween fans. Pokemon disrespects the Pokeheads.
The disrespectful.
What is going on with these
breaking down.
people? Everything's breaking down.
People don't feel any responsibility to offer things of value.
Pastor has.
Not at all.
You don't know how many rides I've taken with Pastor to the church where he has regaled me with his stories of Star Trek that he's hated. I loved it. I told him you should have did a podcast on that. That was great. What show was that? Star Trek what?
Discovery.
Yeah. The best show ever for me to listen to listen about. Like I love hearing about it.
The Game of Thrones. There was a bunch of Game of Thrones people that hated the House of Dragons.
I heard a lot of good stuff about that. I heard a lot of good stuff about how he's the only one. Pastor's the only one I know that didn't like House of Dragons. Everybody
I know a lot. I was watching a few podcasts and they're like, oh, really? People don't like it. Yeah, and TikTok people were complaining about it. Yeah.
Not that I don't watch that stuff. I don't like.
It takes too long. It took too long to get there.
I don't like medieval things. I don't like.
Yeah, man.
I don't like anything.
Why season one ends. I mean, you know how season one is going to end, and they could have wrapped season one up in 3 episodes and then let you see the real war that everybody wanted to see.
Oh, gotta wait like 2 years now.
2 years,
like
2024.
It's almost like 4 years, probably.
I don't know. Something's up with 2022. Disappointing everybody. Good thing Transformers ain't coming out this year.
The corporations in 2022 just all suck.
Yeah.
No one does anything right this year. Like the people, it's like we're all getting better somewhat in my opinions. There are people that's like more sensible this year, but like corporations, they have been so bad to us.
You know,
so bad to us.
You know, things have been so bad that like I'll say like I'm not gonna watch this. I think this really stinks. And like I keep watching. So I did keep watching the
House of the Dragon.
The House of the Dragon. But I've been watching Doctor Who go downhill for the past 3-4 years. I didn't watch the last season, and I'm surprised I didn't even peak.
That's how
I was like, I'm done, and I was surprised myself. I was really done.
That's it.
I will not be doing the next Pokemon midnight release.
I didn't watch the last 2 episodes of Star Trek Discovery because I can't take one more minute of this awful, horrible.
I really wish you finished that show because that was such a great. I love listening to you complain about that show.
Oh my god, that brings tears to my eyes.
I watched like 2 seconds of it and I didn't like it because it just, like you got lasers and space. I don't like shit like that, fucking lasers and nothing like that. I don't like that stuff. So, but it was great to hear you talk about it. What?
You know what I think? I think we need to just go to all white shows.
All white shows.
Let's go back to all white shows.
What? You're very racial today. What's with the Tarzan, Transformers? It's all racial with you. We should start going back to white show. You feel like white shows are superior.
Well, you bring up a good point.
Oh,
thank you.
Oh, does he?
No. No. Hear me out.
He knows what I'm trying to say.
I don't approve of that.
He gets the joke.
Like I think what and I don't want to come off real sarcastic when I say woke, but
it's too much.
The woke agenda has gone too overboard in trying to change lore of a lot of stories that have already been established
Mm-hmm.
just to install characters, diverse characters in there.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I mean, why not
no
create new
shit.
lore?
That's what we were literally having this conversation yesterday
Yes.
about DC and stuff like that. Like they
Right.
they make superheroes or they make these people like totally different than they actually were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of making new people.
And say, for
new
instance,
writers.
like Doctor Who. Like, I think that this is the tragedy, and I think that it goes to show, like, and I don't like using this terminology, but in some ways and in some applications, how shallow the woke agenda is.
Well, because
you have a character, Doctor Who, that regenerates when the character dies into another person. Doctor Who can regenerate into a white man, an African man, a Chinese man, woman, binary. I mean, they could change into anything, right?
Yes.
So finally, after 50 plus years of this series being on, Doctor Who changes into a woman, and the people writing the script, the only acknowledgement of the gender change is her look. I forgot if it was her shirt or her pants, and goes, "I'm a woman now." Are you kidding?
Not
Can
necessary.
you imagine the opportunity that they had to write scripts to explore the womanhood of Doctor Who?
Come on,
because he's never been a woman before, so it's like interesting to see what he would do.
Best season,
like how they would react to being a woman.
Hands down, it would have been a great season.
Oh my God, what is this? Is menopause? What is that?
I don't know. They didn't. It was just, oh, I'm a woman now. Being
to me, when I see these things,
exploration of it.
When I see these shows, when I see like the new shows, or like when I see like especially like new shows, it's just basically like they check a box. Like we got this kind of person, we got that kind of person, we got this, and everybody's just walking around with a sign, like a shirt, in their minds. Like I'll just see them as people wearing a sign, like I'm a lesbian, I'm a black guy, like and then it's just like. Isn't that not the way to do it, though? That's more disrespectful.
That's a good point, Gritty, because these are the same people that have been running, say, television for a long time. Mm-hmm. These are the same people that told, what is her first name, Kathy Cho, the comedian?
I don't know who that is.
Well, she had a show about her Chinese family,
Mm-hmm.
and the people producing the show, the white folks, told them they weren't Chinese enough.
What is that like? Exactly, like they just stereotype people. They just stereotype people.
Always.
Just have people be people. Like have diverse people, but make them people. Don't make them like a shell. Don't make them like I said, just like they're wearing a sign. Like every line out of their mouth, you need to know they're a lesbian, or you need to know they're gay with every line out of their mouth.
Right, and because it takes away from the actor or the actress that's playing the part.
Because you're playing a caricature. You're not playing a human being.
When I was in college, that the director was lauded. I mean, this is the 1980s. We're in Cortland. It's a rural city, but Dr. Palmer cast Ivy Phillips as Gertrude in Hamlet. She's a beautiful, striking African American woman. It was a non-traditional casting choice. And he didn't put her in the role because she was a black woman. He put her in the role because she auditioned the best for Gertrude. And what an opportunity where another director would have said, nah, well, Gertrude's white. For a black actress to play Gertrude without it being the point that she was black Gertrude. She was Gertrude.
Right.
Yes.
And that's what he said they do. Like they'll just insert whatever they are in front of their name. Like
Hollywood, we have you. Scene, horror movie, 6 people in a house. Boom. It starts off. Everybody's watching a movie. It's a Friday night. A girl goes, "Oh, the food is here." Susan she's coming. She's going to bring the food here. Open the door. Boom. Susan, hi. You give Susan a kiss. Boom, hi, walk in the house. The movie starts. We don't need to talk about it.
I don't know what you just said.
The point of what I'm saying is that they have to always announce these things like in weird ways instead of just letting it be natural.
Oh, you're saying like, yeah, just have people
So
be
you're
who they
saying that
are.
they were a lesbian couple, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, exactly. There's a six people in a room.
Show, don't
There's a scary show.
Show,
not
don't
tell.
tell. Exactly. Okay, now I get you.
Susan is coming to bring Chinese food. Susan,
Not
the
like,
doorbell rings.
my partner
open the
Susan's
door.
gonna come bring
Mwah.
food. I'm gonna make out with her right now.
No, you know what I'm saying? Hey, babe, mwah. Kiss on the cheek. Walk in the house. Now the scary movie start. We know they're gay. They're lesbian. What are we doing? Why do we need more?
I mean, that's how life is. You don't go to the bank. You don't go, hey, I'm gay. Can I make a withdrawal? It's like, no, you just go, can I make a withdrawal? Like, that's not how life works. That's how some people want it to be, but that's like nobody gives a fuck. I don't care. You know, sell me what you got to sell me. Let me buy what I got to buy. Let me talk to you on a different level other than surface level shit.
Gritty, I'm black. Please allow me to withdraw.
Yeah,
no, I promise you I have an account here. I'm black.
I got no problem with people making inclusive things, but don't make it so shallow, like you're saying. Just let it be. Just let it mature the way it's supposed to.
Yes,
you know, like,
naturally.
Don't have a quota. Like, I'm pretty sure I remember this article where Disney has a quota of like LGBTQ movies they're supposed to have. It's like just let them come in a creative way. Don't be like, oh, we need to have this amount or everybody's fired, or you know what I mean? It's like they had. I know that people like there was like a big thing about the Buzz Lightyear kiss. But when you actually, I haven't seen it, but I know Justin saw it. When you watch the movie, it's like a very like quick thing. It wasn't the whole movie. I don't even know who it was, but apparently there was a gay kiss in Buzz, and some people didn't like it. But from what Justin says, it wasn't like the whole movie was leading up to this gay kiss. You know what I mean? Like, if that's how it's gonna be, just do shit like that. Just let stuff happen naturally in the movie. Not everybody needs to walk around with shit. It's like you ever seen The Office when they have to do diversity day and they walk around with the sign.
God, I was just
they have to walk around with the sign on their fucking forehead. That's what they want things to be. Just let it roll, baby. Seriously.
That was one of my favorite episodes.
It's crazy.
I think this story fits in with this conversation. I ministered to a lesbian couple in the hospital, and they were quite open about their relationship, and they said they lived in this town that I'm familiar with in the middle of the Adirondacks. And I said, if you don't mind me asking, how are you accepted up there? And they said, we're accepted just fine, because we figured out there's two things that you need to do to be accepted. One is mow your lawn. Don't let your lawn get too long. Make sure you keep it mowed. And two, donate to the volunteer fire department.
That's it.
We keep our lawn mowed, and we donate to the fire department, and we are one of the town.
They don't care that we're eating pussy. They don't care.
Right. Nobody cared.
That's how life should be.
The most beautiful thing.
Oh, your lawn.
I think anybody, regardless of sex, race, or anything, they would be like, yeah, because it's that easy. Just to be a human being. Just don't be. Come on. Just be yourself. Just live life. No one really cares.
You know, I tell you, there was this great. I like the show Maggie. Right? Mo, you're gonna like that. I called Pastor after I saw this moment. It was this. They shut it down. They stopped the show. I thought it was a great show though. Like for me, it was a rom-com about a psychic, right? But they had this one moment where she's in a high school and she does a reading on this kid, and he's like, "Am I going to get with this guy? Am I gonna is he gonna be my boyfriend or whatever?" And she's like, she has this vision, bro, right? The vision is them wrestling each other on the wrestling team, right? No. And they wrestle each other. And in the middle of them wrestling, the kid goes to him, "Are you gonna be my boyfriend?" And the guy kisses him on the mouth, and they start making out in the middle of the mat. I thought that was like one of the craziest scenes I ever seen in my life. Like, that was so unrealistic. Like, this conversation is making me think of that scene. I was like, that would never happen.
Never.
Did you say that like people cheered for him?
Yeah. Like they're like, like they were like put God in a headlock. He's like, "Will you be my boyfriend?" He's like, "Will I be a boyfriend?" Of course. And everybody's like, "Yeah!" And that was the crazy part. Is that the whole crowd went crazy. It's like that wouldn't happen. We would go,
Never.
"What the fuck are you doing? Why are you kissing?" Now, if they're at the dance, they're in the middle of the dance floor. And like one of them grabs the mic and they're like, "Will you be my boyfriend?" They start kissing. Yeah, it's kind of appropriate. They're at the dance. Yeah. People are happy. Yes. In the middle of a wrestling match, they're like, "Why are you beating the shit out of him? Why are you making out with him?"
Hey, Gritty. The next Transformer movies. Optimus Prime. Bumblebee.
You're gonna start fucking Bumblebee in the middle of the war?
It's been 5 years of loyal.
You're gonna tell me that the whole reason that Megatron has been fighting Optimus is because he secretly wants to bang him, and they just start fucking in the middle of the movie?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! It was so outrageous. That was what it was. Pastor, the cheering. I mean, like that would never happen. You would never start. I've been on the wrestling team. I have never seen two men start making out in the middle of the mat. Even if I've wrestled women, it would have been very strange for me and that woman to start making out in the middle of the match. That would have matter who people. Yeah, people would have been like, "What?" Like they would have pulled us apart and been like, "Why? Like out of control." But I'm really upset that they shut that show down. Hulu sucks. Hulu is the worst. I only have it because I steal Stephanie's. I would never pay for it, and now they made it worse because they shut down Maggie. Fuck Hulu. Maggie was great. You guys suck. And now I'll never find out if she actually...
Was that a new show?
Yes, it was season 1. And then like it starts with her. She has a vision of her being with the guy at the marrying this guy. And then in the middle of it, she then has a vision of him. Well, she finds out he has a girlfriend. And then she has a vision of them getting married. So she's like, what am I supposed to do? So you go through the whole show, whole season, and them trying to find out what's going on, who's going to go with who. And at the end, I think, then she has another vision of her marrying him again. So I'm like, oh, great. I can't wait for season 2. And then a week later, oh, Maggie's canceled. Bitch, send me that script because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck happened with that relationship.
Oh, my God.
I was tight. I was binging that show. I ate so much ice cream watching that show. I was so mad, bro. What a great show.
At least Netflix brings back shows that got canceled.
Did they? What did they bring back?
Yeah, they brought back Manifest. People were hyped off that show, Manifest. It was a CW show, I believe. And people loved it.
No, I think it was on one of the 3 major networks.
No, it was on a regular network show.
Yeah, on
that's what you just said. Yeah, CW's not a major network. CW's is it a major network?
It's pretty major. Yeah,
I think he means
major.
NBC, ABC.
Yeah, NBC, ABC, CBS.
Yeah, that's
was tough. Was it on ABC? Yeah, it could have been on ABC. But it was such a popular thing, and it just it had a strong following, and they just got canceled, and people were like, "We want our shit back," and they actually went and got it back. And
I don't know why they brought it back.
Is it not good?
I mean, my parents and my nephew were watching that. And I watched a few episodes of first season, and I don't know what season did they get to, 3 or something like that?
I don't know.
Well, whatever it was, I go, what is this that Manifest show? And they're like, yeah. I go, I've been listening to this for about 5-10 minutes from the kitchen. Is this the first season? And they're like, no, this is the latest show. I go, has this story moved anywhere? And they're like, well, not really.
Oh, God.
We keep asking ourselves why we keep watching it.
Because it's about angels or something, right? That's what it's about.
Well, this plane, they think this plane crashed, but then all of a sudden it appears again.
It basically disappears for a few years.
5 years.
Oh my God. Yeah, 5 years. And then they're like, oh my God, our family members. And then they come back. And then apparently all these people got powers and they're all connected. And it's a secret government secret that everybody wants to know. I mean, yeah. And then these people can hear the voices of people. And I think manifests in different powers and stuff like that.
And I don't think anybody ever found out, got a clue to what was going on at all. I mean, you can only string people along for so long.
Oh God! Listen, shout out to Tim Dillon because he put me onto Melrose Place, a very old show from like 90s. It was connected with Beverly Hills. I've been watching that for the last couple months. Great old school show. People getting extorted, people getting blackmailed, people cheating on each other. You won't expect it. You know, all people falling in love, people falling. Good old school drama. Okay, let's get back to that. There was a gay guy in there. It was inclusive. There was all kind of people in the show. I don't think there's like a. Oh no. It's an inclusive show. There's like every kind of person in there. Great old school show from like the 90s. Let's get back to that. A nice show where people are getting fucked up, people are getting shot, people are getting beat. Like Ray Donovan, great show. Watch that. If you haven't seen the Ray Donovan, watch that show. That's a great show. I don't know what's going on with TV right now. I don't know what's going on with these shows. Canceling good ones, leaving up bad ones. It all sucks. I don't even know what relevant thing I'm watching right now. What show? Have I spoke about a show in recent memory?
You just watched.
Just Melrose Place. I've been watching Melrose Place for like months.
So are you getting to the end of the episode?
Of Melrose Place? Oh, this?
No, of this episode.
How dare you? Yeah, I told you could leave.
Well, I know,
this man said we wrapping up. You know what?
Well, no, I think that the anime conversation is the conversation that you said I might
It was, yeah. But then you just got included.
You told me a couple days ago that I had to answer for something.
Oh, it was a smile thing.
What?
The smile thing in the beginning. I was like, what was that about?
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, and I stayed for the anime?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, you were included in many conversations. You were included in the woke stuff. You had the Disney stuff. My man said we wrap it up. We actually were about to wrap up, so.
I didn't, but usually when you have me on the show to call me in on the carpet, I feel a little pressure. I felt no pressure tonight.
Oh, well, I had to confront you about the smile thing, but it was that was it, basically.
Okay.
That weirded me out. That was freaky. Don't do that again. That was horrible. No.
I was just trying to change the vibe in the sanctuary.
Yeah, we're gritty.
You know,
there's like a million. There's like a million. There's like a million other people there, and he picked me to smile. Like the one person you shouldn't pick to smile. You're lucky you got.
Everyone else smiled except you.
You're lucky you exactly. That's how it should be. That's who I am. I'll be smiling. What do I look like? What do I look like?
Yeah, the point.
I'm there to work the dials. I'm there to work the machines. And then you confront me in the office. I was like, "What?" I was like, "What is this, Jane? Like Jonestown? Like, what the fuck is this? Stepford Wives? Like, put a smile on you." Like, when you said with teeth, I was like, "With teeth? What the fuck?"
Manifesting death.
I told Justin and Cemetery Girl, they were like, "Nah, that was weird, bro. That was
I thought it was weirder than that. I didn't think it was going to be that simple. I thought it was going to be good.
No, it was weird.
Other than the fact that you were uncomfortable.
No, I don't like. Yeah.
But you're uncomfortable with a lot of shit.
Two things: happy birthday and smiling. That's it. What else am I uncomfortable?
So you don't
with?
Like your birthday being acknowledged, or
no? You can acknowledge a happy birthday, but when it comes down to like the celebration, make it snappy. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't like the theatrics.
He doesn't want you to sing a song.
Don't sing the fucking song. I think at 15, I walked in the house. I said, "Enough with the song. This year we're done. Never again." And we haven't done it again. I said, if we want to blow out candles, we're not even shutting the fucking light. Put the candle on. Let's eat. We're done. The fucking it's one of the worst things in human existence. And then when you get to people who have the birthday month, what is the birthday month? You are not that special. This is it's not your month. You have one day. That's it. You know people with birthday month?
Well, really, I've never even met somebody with a birthday month because I always thought the people with the birthday week were a little over the top.
Oh no, you gotta see the people with the month. The whole month is about them. It's insanity.
It's my birthday week. No, you were born on the 10th.
You flew out of the pussy one time. You didn't go back in, come back out.
Didn't include 7 days.
They talking like they left shit in their mama.
Right? Like, no. It wasn't a big event like that. You had one day, you came out, it was on the, look at your birth certificate. Your birth certificate doesn't say the 1st or the fucking 30th. It says the 15th, the 2nd. That's it. Call my friend for her birthday. Call my friend for her birthday. I'm not calling her every day. Happy birthday month. Happy birthday month. No. You know what it is? People that's like a narcissistic trait, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's all the whole month is about you.
No,
like I think
the only way you get a birthday month is with a chain restaurant.
Why? What do you mean?
Like if you sign up for their newsletter or you have their card or something.
Uh-huh.
Like I used to get an email from Ruby Tuesdays.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
It's your birthday month. Anytime during December, bring this in and we'll give you a free dinner.
But you only get one dinner, right?
Yeah, you get one day.
Yeah,
free dinner.
Yeah, it's your birthday. They're telling you got the month to do something about it. They're not saying you got the month.
That's the only way you get a month.
And you don't, I mean, really, you don't. Because they're not. You come back the next day, they're gonna be like, it was your birthday passed, bitch. You're done.
Yeah, you already used your coupon.
Yeah, you get a birthday. You get one day there. There's no way you get a month.
It's not a birthday month. It's a birthday pass.
Yeah, they get I get a couple gifts in the month. You get gifts one day. If somebody misses your birthday, they circle back, give you the gift.
Hey, speaking of gifts.
Oh, I thought you wanted to wrap up.
Well, I'll just say this.
Let's wrap up since he wants to wrap up so badly.
No, there was this casino. It's called Muckleshoot.
Hey, everybody, have a good night.
Yeah.
In Washington, the state of Washington. And if you go in there the month of your birthday and you have their card, they give you a gift. And, like those kind of promotions that can be kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
They gave some really nice gifts. I got this stainless steel thermos.
Right.
And that's actually dope.
And the next year I got this. It was about this big, and it had a LCD screen on it, and the plastic was kind of cheap, and it had this wire sticking out of it. And so what it said, it will tell you the weather. It's like the weather machine. So I'm like, oh, whatever. I put the batteries in. I put it in the window. I put the little string outside, underneath the window and outside. That thing had the temperature exact, and it would tell you what the weather was, and it would have a symbol next to it what the weather would be.
Oh, wow.
And it was right all the time. And I'm like, this is one of the best birthday presents I've ever gotten in my life.
And that's how you know he was alive when Snow White made its first initial run. Because when I was around, you had the Weather Channel. You had many different ways of finding out the weather. You didn't need a device of that nature.
My cell phone did it for me.
Now, let me just say one thing before we go. This was so dumb, and I feel like such a moron, okay? So yesterday I got the Wendy's mozzarella chicken sandwich, right?
Yeah. What's up, bro? You just doing fast food stuff without me.
Yeah, well, that's what we do. You do things without me. I do things without you. We all have solo episodes. We all have solo things. You weren't even around. You weren't even here. You didn't even go to church. Anyway, so the whole time I'm eating this, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And I'm saying to everybody, I'm like, oh, I like this, but the only thing, like, I usually don't like breaded chicken sandwiches, especially one that has 2 chicken patties on it. And I'm saying this like all day. I'm like, yo, I love this sandwich. 2 chicken patties. I can't believe I even like this. Like, and I mean, side note, it made me go right to bed after that. Like, I was asleep. I woke up with indigestion. Like, it was worth it though. Great sandwich. But the whole time I'm saying 2 grilled chicken patties. And then I called Stephanie today and I'm like, yeah, the 2 grilled chicken patties. She's like, that, what do you mean 2 grilled chicken patties? That was a chicken patty and a fried mozzarella patty. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. What do you mean? Like I ate it. What do you mean? And I look it up, and it was a chicken patty and a fried mozzarella patty. How did I not know that? I ate the fucking thing. The whole time I'm eating this, thinking it's a chicken patty and like 2 chicken patties. I'm thinking that little bit of cheese was the mozzarella cheese. It was a different kind of cheese. And they had a whole the thing was this big, this fat of cheese, fried cheese, and I didn't even know it.
Now you know you're retarded.
What the hell is wrong with me? And she said that to me right before I put out my review, my short. And in the short, I said it. I go, oh, this sandwich is great. I never thought I would like a sandwich with 2 chicken patties. Yo, something in me told me, go to bed. Do not, because I finished it in like a second. Like I edited it and I said, go to bed. Don't put it up yet for some reason. I got up hours later, and then I'm having a conversation. I was like, thank God I didn't put that up because
now you know
I would
you're
look like
retarded.
such an idiot. Another one for the books. I fucking ate the thing, and then I'm making fun of Stephanie for not knowing that there was frosting on that donut that day, on the cookie butter donut. I'm like, what do you can't tell? Yeah. You fucking ate the thing. It's like I don't know. And now look at me, even dumber. So the
video that you posted up
today
is a different one because you had to reorder it.
No, I didn't reorder it. I just cut out the part that I said I usually don't eat chicken sandwiches with 2 chicken patties. I just cut that out. I woke up and when she said it, I said, thank God you said something because I would have posted it and everybody would be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? That was a great sandwich though. Make sure you try it now. Make sure everybody gets that. Some people are taking the marinara off. What are you doing that for? That's like most of that's like a great part of the sandwich. It's like a chicken parm sandwich basically. So I don't know what people are doing.
Wow.
So make sure you go to the Green Knows Best Instagram, hit us up, tell us what's on your mind, tell us what you're thinking, and make sure if you're not watching this on the Green Knows Best YouTube, it's youtube.com/GKBPOD. Anybody want, Pastor, what do you got to say? What do you got to plug? What do you got to do?
Well, you can watch or listen to the No Name Yet podcast on YouTube, on Rumble, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Samsung Podcasts, and I recommend we now have a Telegram channel, so you can watch or listen to us on Telegram.
Wow!
Hey,
next time, just say where you can listen to the podcast on all podcast platforms. We had to cut Justin down because he had 15 plugs, so we're gonna do the same thing with you. Go ahead, Mo.
Yep. You got me on Instagram, Most Great Adventure, and I post a lot on TikTok, Crows Nation.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's not called Crows Nation.
It's Crows Nation.
Crow's Nest OTB.
Crow's Nest, yeah. Sorry. Can't even. Crow's Nest. There you go.
Crow's Nest OTB. You don't even know your own fucking handle?
I forgot it.
I forgot honestly, Twitter.
No, you don't get Twitter time. You said too much already.
Hold on.
Next time you go, listen to No Name Yet podcast on YouTube and wherever you can listen to podcasts.
It is so funny because
Rich Moran.
That's an honest mistake because I have
the Village Idiot
for something else.
Right, you have many different handles.
You are Nation for something else. So I got to mix up. So yes, Crows.
Great. All right, everybody.
OTB.
All right, great. See you next time. Peace and love. Later.